What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Let's Talk About It podcast, where we turn conversation into application. I am your host, Leon Reed Jones. Three special guests in the building, Miss Summer Weathers. How you doing today?
Doing good. Thank you so much for having me today.
For sure.
Let's talk about it.
This one was a hard schedule. We had to dance around different dates and everything, but I'm finally glad that we got you in here. I want to definitely give you a compliment as far as like you always are, you know, highlighting your relationship with God. So definitely love that. Now we're going to get into the podcast. First question is, for those who don't know, Miss Summer is a journalist. One day I was scrolling on my IG and I'm like, dang, she courtside at all these Pistons games. She, you know, next to KD and all these people. I'm like, dang, she living a good life. What made you want to become a sports journalist?
I've always loved to write. English was my favorite subject in school. I like to talk to, and I love sports.
Sure.
With that all being combined, that's what, you know, sports journalism came about. And you know, Lee, I got brothers, so basketball has definitely just been in the family. Everyone in my family played. I played. I kind of wanted to make a career out of it.
Yeah, they family, they was cooking us as kids and they still winning. So, you know, man, they was doing us bold, man. If you know about the CFL, you know about Conant, they got a lot of championships. That's dope to hear, like how, you know, sports and your upbringing shape how you became a sports journalist. So my next question to you is, what are some challenging moments that you have, and like what is the plus side of being a journalist?
Yeah, so definitely a plus side of it all is just being able to meet and talk with athletes all the time, getting to know athletes, asking questions that I feel like my audience will want to know. That's like the biggest thing to it. I would say the most challenging is probably reaching like deadlines. So after a game, you only have like 30 minutes to get a story in. So that's the most challenging part. But me, I'm a person who works well under pressure. So I really, you know, it's not really a down anymore because I work well under pressure. So everything works out.
I can't say the same for me. I did okay in English, but like lunchtime was my favorite class. But
not lunch.
I would say like to that, like how you said it was no downs, and like I've never really heard anybody say like when you talk about a career or like their job, any downs, but how were you able to have that job?
God definitely opened up that door for me to be able to have so many great opportunities, to be able to meet so many people that have helped me on my journey. But it really started off at school at Oakland, being a sports reporter at the Oakland Post. That was the start of just so many other great things. But I give all the praise to God because that's who really have allowed me to do this. For sure.
I love that. And were there any times, or has there been recently a time where you feel like, oh, this reporter got a better story than me? Like, has there been times like, dang, I should have asked that, or feel like, because I know you said you work well under pressure. So has there been a time where you felt like maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe this reporter has something that I don't?
That's actually a really good question. That's never like happened. I always just want the best out of an athlete. So I'm always, you know, I think highly of everything that I'm asking an athlete. So I've never like came across that before.
Yeah, no, that's dope. And like a lot of times you will find out, and the reason why I asked that question is because like you will see somebody as confident as you, and you feel like, dang, all that I wrote that I was going to ask a Cade Cunningham or a KD or a Monty Bates, I don't even want to ask it no more because Summer just came here. She just went crazy. She asked all the right questions. So it's like, I love that part. And I think more people should, you know, take heed to that, because something that I love that you said about like, I'm already going into this knowing that what I ask is going to be valuable.
Right.
So I love that part, because confidence is key. Like you could get in a room and you could see somebody like a LeBron and be like, oh shoot, what am I going to, like I'm standing in front of LeBron, your nerves go all over the place. Or you could hear somebody, like I said before, like asking all the right questions, and you feel like, dang, I studied hard, I knew what I wanted to ask them, but now I feel like it's pointless. So I love that part, and like how confident, like you just right on it, like I'm here, like it's no cocky stuff, but you just know like this is like who I am, and I know I'm doing this for me. Like I'm not doing it to one up somebody, because you have so many people that are like, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Like, oh, Summer's my competition. I got to be better than her.
Yeah.
But it's more like okay, I want to be better than I was yesterday type of thing.
Exactly.
So
getting
I love
better
that.
and better. And I also just walk into doors like God sent me there too. So
For
that's
sure.
another reason why I'm able to be so confident.
For sure. You dropping gems today. I gotta go back and edit this to kind of see like, okay, let me use this quote. Let me use this one for when we drop the clips.
That helps. Keep God first.
For sure. Always. And so my next question is like going into that space, how your journey came about, like at Oakland, and then you have the opportunity, God opens that door for you. Who are some like journalists that you like hold close to you, or I would say you look up to?
Yeah. I definitely look up to Taylor Rooks and Malika Andrews, women of color to look up to who inspire you.
I'm not surprised that you said Taylor Rooks because both of them are well known,
Yeah,
but like
exactly.
a lot of people give Malika Andrews flack. Like I'm shocked, but because like a lot of times you'll hear Malika Andrews, like from what I've heard, like watching ESPN or like seeing interviews, they give her flack. But dope nonetheless. Who is somebody that you, or what is like something like the best part of your job? Like when you walk into work, you excited about this thing, or is it more than one thing?
There's a lot of things that I love about the job, but mostly what I love is making sure when I'm writing a story, I want to make sure an audience feels like they're courtside at a game, and I've received that compliment.
Sure. So I love the confidence. You like, man, they said this about my story. I'm not trying to brag, but they put the reviews in the comments and stuff. And I even see like, I'm like, dang, she had another game. But I mean, obviously that's your job, but it's like, you like right in on the action.
Right.
So who is somebody on your bucket list? Because again, I'm like, dang, she right next to KD. She right next to K. That's crazy. Like, only time I'm next to them is when I'm playing on 2K. But that's crazy. But like, who is somebody on your bucket list that you like, man, I got to interview this person, or like this would like send me if I interviewed this athlete?
LeBron.
I know in your household, this kind of mix. It's like
everybody,
KD over here, then LeBron over here.
Everybody got their own player.
Seeing like how your career is going, seeing how the different blessings God is, afforded you. Mm-hmm. What do you feel like, or like as you're on your journey, what do you think is next for Summer?
I really want to host my own show. Okay. So that's what, and start my own podcast, YouTube as well. For sure. So that's next, and that's coming soon, by the way. For sure. Yes, we definitely got to support. And I definitely feel like, man, hearing you talk, I'm like, you just like ready, and like, we need to put you on ESPN somewhere with Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp or something like that, tomorrow. Man. Yeah, no, for like sure. Definitely. So now, I didn't tell you this part. I never tell my guests this part. We're going to play a segment of my podcast called Let Me Get to Know You. I'm going to ask you like 2 to 3 questions. Okay. And I got to see where you at with it. Okay. 3 shows. I'm even afraid to ask you this because I know you be on the go, busy. So 3 shows that you enjoy. Like right now or just in general? I say in general. In general, okay. There's this new show called Fool Me Once. I don't know if you've seen that yet. No, that sounds like something I need to watch. Yeah, it's on Netflix. Taylor Rooks X, which is on HBO. I watched like a lot of her episodes, so that's good too. For sure. iCarly. Okay, all right. Yeah, you took us back for real. That's always gonna be a classic. For sure, for sure. I would say for me, Family Matters, A Different World, and Snowfall. Snowfall is probably one of the greatest shows I ever seen in my life, and that's no exaggeration. But in the, celebration of Black History Month, I want to bring you guys another spotlight on some people that may have not been well known. This guy's name is Bayard Rustin. He was a person who helped in the organization of the March on Washington for Freedom, and he has a quote that I want to leave you guys with. It says, "Let us be enraged about injustice, but let us not be destroyed by it." Thank you guys for coming to the Let's Talk About It podcast. We'll see y'all same time, same place.